What's going on, everybody? So what retailer do I use and why? That's what we're going to be talking about today and helping you guys to find the best retailers. So for starters, I only use Walmart.com and Amazon.com. So if you wanted the short answer and you're a little bit on the impatient side, there you guys go. Now for those looking for a little bit more of a real answer, I love using Walmart.com and Amazon.com to buy televisions exclusively because there are a bunch of little third-party vendors like hub sites, so to speak, that you can go into and buy from. I can safely say Video Audio Center, Beach Camera, Waltz TV, those are like my top three. Like, I just trust those companies like no tomorrow, especially Beach Camera. I've been doing business with Beach Camera for the latter part of, what, has it been 7 or 8 years? It's been a really long time that I've been doing business with those guys. So, I mean, really, it just depends on your reputation with these companies. And so being able to see those same names pop up on Walmart.com, I see like, oh, Beach Camera's on Walmart.com. Also, I know I can trust them because I've done business with them before for years. So it's just kind of like I know the difference between a good vendor and a bad vendor at that point. So if you were looking for that answer, those are really the top three that I trust: Waltz, Beach Camera, and Video Audio Center. Those three have like the best name behind them. Can't really vouch for too many others. Now, I know a lot of you guys are tempted to go to these like deal sites. Stay away from the deal sites, okay? I know like when somebody's selling you something that seems really, really low priced and it's on some weird website like, you know, ultramegatvdeals.com, you know, be careful with that because a lot of the time they sell international versions or non-retail editions of televisions, and you're not getting the full spec list that you would get in the retail release, and that's often why the price is lower than what you normally would see. Another problem is they also have a big problem with privacy, so sometimes your identity can get stolen. I know that that is a big problem for some of my customers that I run into, so be very careful with that as well. Now, why do I not go into a Best Buy store? Why have I sworn them off? Well, as you guys know that have watched the channel long enough, I definitely don't recommend them for any reason because they ban people and shadow ban your family. If you have the same last name, same credit card, same address, whatever the case may be, you'll be shadow banned if one person in the family was banned. Then you have to fight Best Buy corporate. And how I got that, you know, whole situation kind of fixed is just letting them know they made a discrepancy and it was on their end that they made the mistake anyway. And also by bringing to their attention Florida law that basically states that you need to have a sign up that says all sales are final, or you can't just make all sales final and then just be like, oh, you're banned, no return. It doesn't work that way. Not in the state of Florida anyway. So I would check with my local laws if I were you guys, because you have a lot more rights and abilities than these companies will ever tell you. They like to say company policy this and that, but once they realize they're about to get sued, they'll stop. Trust me, they'll flip. Trust me, you can flip them really easy if they know that they're going to lose a lawsuit, because then you can have them pay your damages and your court fees as well, and they don't want that. So on top of reimbursement, so I think it's easier for them to just give you your money back, and that's what happened with me with Best Buy, and they unbanned me, of course. Not that I'd ever do business with such a gutterball company again, but that's why I stopped doing business with them. But also, it was all the little things too, right? You know, like when you have them trying to push Geek Squad on you and they have opinions, I found. But I think the number one reason why I don't shop at Best Buy is they're mouthy. I don't like mouthy people. For anyone that watches my channel, I delete, block, ban, basically remove all mouthy people from this channel because there's one thing to be like, you disagree with something, but mouthy, I hate mouthy people. The one that, you know, talks too much but doesn't know when to stop talking. You know, those kinds of people are always at Best Buy, and they're always the Best Buy workers. And they're the ones that say, why would you get this TV? You clearly need to get an OLED, or you clearly need to get a Samsung, or whatever brand they feel personally is better for you to buy. And when that happens to a guy like me in my profession, where I could run rings around any Best Buy guy any day of the week, there's no way in the hell I would ever tolerate that, especially when I'm going in to spend money. If you tell somebody point blank, I'm looking for X product and you're offering Z, that's not going to work. And then they keep pushing Z no matter what because they want the sale, they want the commission, they want the attach rate, they want the Geek Squad. That's where I walk away. And that's ultimately what kills Best Buy as a company and why they're failing tooth and nail now with the generation that I'm from, you know, 27 years and older. You know, it's just, it gets to a point where you get tired of it. You work hard for your money and you're not going to take any BS from anybody, especially some 19, 18-year-old kid who really doesn't care about how much money you're putting in. They're just trying to keep their little summer job. That's cute for them, but like, I don't have patience for it. And I don't recommend you put yourself or your family through that kind of strain. I think it's better if you just go and do the research online and find your stuff online. Now, a special note here. I understand that the older generation in their 60s and 70s have a really hard time with technology, and, you know, people who grew up without modern applications and things like that, it can be very intimidating and they don't like it. Get with them, try to help them, because online is the way you get the best deals also. So as you guys know, I got an LG OLED E8. That would not have happened at all at the price points that they sell them in store. I'm not paying $2,000 for a TV. No TV is ever worth that price. The following year, that TV will be devalued by 100%. It will be discontinued and completely valueless. That being said, you should never spend $2,000 on something that the following year will be valueless and out of warranty. So for me personally, I don't play with that. I make sure that I go into places that are not only going to treat me with fairness, but I can get the best deal and the lowest price on something I know is going to change. Now, when we're talking about getting the best deals, I don't mean, again, going to third-party sites that are dumpster sites that'll get your identity stolen. I'm talking about reputable businesses. Again, I've been to a lot of shady sites that, yeah, they say they give you the best deal, but again, be careful with that. Now, all in all, when you guys are shopping around, don't just look for deals, look for your needs and things like that. That is always most important. It depends on your usage, a lot of this stuff, if you're a gamer and all that other stuff. And it is really difficult to try to find like people who are going to be honest with you. Fortunately, you guys that are watching, you found my channel and you know I'm going to be real with you and I'm going to give you the information regardless. So either way, you've got kind of like that exclusive professional help from me. Like, I'm always going to be that industry professional that's going to be real with you and say, hey, listen, don't do this or do that. But the reality is when you're looking for what stores to go to and what not to go to, it gets really hard because I know a lot of people go to different stores. Some stores like BJ's, they create their own tax. If I didn't say that already, they definitely had a lawsuit about that. They lost. And I'm just saying, be careful when you go into these budget stores like Costco, Sam's Club. There's some lawsuits that you might want to look into with these stores trying to charge sale prices on, again, or sales tax on the original price of the item, but then your sale price is like, they're like, oh, to bring you the sale price, we have a manufacturer's coupon that allows us to do blase blase, and they're not charging you the real tax. So you have to argue that whole side of it. And honestly, what you get online is what you get. The tax is right. There's no like special tax. There's no like special fee, hidden fee, membership fee, none of that nonsense, and you get the deal. You don't have to pay $40 to qualify like at BJ's or Sam's Club or Costco or any of these other places. You don't need to buy a membership to be a customer. You know, you could just do business. An amazing concept, really. And again, that's the whole thing with being online. Of course, Amazon, unlike Walmart, offering, you know, the Prime shipping and Prime Video, but honestly, Walmart has caught up to the 2-day shipping thing, so that's really not that big of a deal. I really like doing a lot of business with Walmart, especially buying video games. It's super dope because, again, most of the stuff, 1-day shipping, 2-day shipping, they're really good about it. So it just depends on what you're buying, really. As far as TVs, if you can, make sure you get it freight carry or scheduled delivery. They usually ship it better that way. Anytime it's UPS, just know that you're probably going to have some problems because UPS does tend to roll the TVs on their side from end to end, and that's just how they transport it because, as you know, there's usually a singular driver. There's not usually multiple drivers, so you don't have the luxury of picking and choosing that aspect of the business. So, and I've also been told by UPS drivers that in transit in the main hub, the TVs fall off the conveyor belts all the time and they just pick them up and put them right back on. So maybe that's why the TVs get damaged. And Amazon is fully aware and Walmart is fully aware that this happens, and that's why they're more lenient with their return exchange policy, because they understand, you know, in transit, things do definitely go wrong, and you can definitely get more fairness that way. So just food for thought in that aspect as well. Retail is a very dirty animal. You don't want to be anywhere near the way that they do business at a lot of these places, Best Buy being the worst. I have personally sworn off of Best Buy. I don't recommend you ever go into a Best Buy. I'm that guy that goes in, looks at the physical product, takes it for a test drive, and buys it online, because Best Buy doesn't deserve a dime because of their shady business practices of literally banning people just because they don't like them. So, that being said, if you guys have any additional questions, leave them in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching the #1 brand in honesty. If you have any questions, again, you know I'm good to help you guys out. Until the next video, I'll see you guys later.